I want to do a video and I have to do it now, even though I've literally been sleeping for like 48 hours because of recovering from traveling and some undue stress as soon as I got home. But I'm doing my best to regulate, and I'm gonna do my makeup really quick, which reminds me I need to grab something. 1 second. I just needed these lights from Japan. There's saline water. Oh, you know what? I haven't even plugged in my mic yet. Give me 10 seconds. I got this new mic. Huge upgrade, huge investment in my opinion. It was like $400 total. It's the Rode wireless mic set. It comes with everything you need. All you have to do before you use it is plug it into your computer and format it for audio backup, which I tried to do and didn't, and then it was like, actually you really don't need to do this. I think I did one of the 2 things I needed to do. We have 1 receiver, 2 mics. They plug into this little case that is self-charging, and also so it like holds a battery, so they charge when you store them. And you can also just plug in the case right here with this USB-C and they'll just charge. You take them out, they immediately connect to each other. They came with little fuzzy guys, and all I have in this one compartment, there's 2 of these little boxes it comes with. This one just has these 3/4 this little cord items. The other one has all of the other cords and other possibly necessary things, but all I do is clip this mic to myself. Look at that right there. Sorry, itchy. Plug the receiver into my phone. This plugs in USB-C to USB-C. I just clip it to my phone. It's plugged in. And then I have a little, I don't know what to call this. It's almost like a metal molly connector thing on my phone. Just anything. Oh, we're a little crooked because of the weight. I think we're good. And this is a secondary mic that would go on somebody else. And automatically I think that we are recording with mic. And if we're not, I'll learn something at the end of this video. I turn this one off just by holding down this button. You just have to hold it down to turn it on, I think. Very little learning curve with that, and I'm really happy about it. And now we have good audio quality, and I can see on the receiver the input. The only thing that I can't check at this moment, or maybe I can, if I can just, oh, it's literally upside down, is if it's recording with that. So I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to start recording again. We'll literally just click, click, and we'll get onto the makeup. And now it says recording audio with external USB-C or something like that. So we're ready. Hopefully the audio was the same the whole time. I mean, obviously not before I plugged that in. We have my handy dandy bag of makeup. It's very cute and very fancy. When I go traveling, I try to minimize the amount of makeup that I bring with me by as much as possible, and it fits in this gallon bag. Literally have 2 little lashes left. And there's one more, where did I put it? There's one thing I want to add back to that, which is my black and brown makeup palette. I opened something over here, I need to close it. I thought the mic was in here, it wasn't. Hey, baby girl, calm down. Just talking to myself. Okay, I think I either pulled it out, because I saw it. Oh, I found it. Well, we have this one. It's okay. I may have possibly reordered it from Mercari. It hasn't arrived, so I'm not sure if that's true. Let's take a few breaths with each other and try to regulate. I forgot to grab water. I did just drink water, but I forgot to grab water before I shoved a bunch of things underneath my door so that my roommates couldn't hear me too much because it's 5 a.m. And you think that people who are night owls are unproductive, but I'm out here at 5 a.m. and I slept 9 hours, 10 hours, so we'll see if I stay awake for long enough to have a full day. I'm just trying to recover, so I'm not sticking myself to some unsuitable schedule. Anyways, okay. We grabbed these because I'm going to moisturize my face after I kind of cleaned my face. I showered right before I fell asleep earlier, but I can feel my skin is a little bit dry in a couple areas, and I don't think this will, my makeup will sit on my skin all that well. I have a little bit of residual mascara on, and I don't have the patience to take it off. It's not enough that it's gonna mess up my makeup, so. But I'm just wiping off my skin. My hair is not perfect. I showered and I fell asleep, but it's pretty cute still. My little pigtails. I am gonna trim this part of my hair. It's a little too long, so I'm gonna trim that, and then there won't be this part sticking out. This is just too long. It's like that much too long. It's my whole, okay. Wipe off my face. And before my face completely dries, I'm gonna put some moisturizer on. I usually use the Vaseline brand lotion, like Repair. It's the milkiest. It's the milkiest stuff that I have, but instead I'm gonna, because I don't know where that is, I just traveled a lot. It might even be in my friend's suitcase. I'm gonna use this 2-ingredient eczema cream. I'm not using it because it's eczema cream. I'm using it because it has barely anything in it. The ingredients is colloidal oatmeal. I'm really hoping that that means colloidal silver, because I love that product. I love that, I shouldn't say product as if it's a commercialized product. I love that byproduct. And oatmeal. Ooh, and it's very soft. Might be a little bit oily, which could cause separation of my makeup, but like, I just need to get this done, and I need my skin to be smooth enough. Now after this, I'm going to, oh, did I even finish what I was saying earlier? One of the things that I was trying to say, whether or not I did or not yet, is I need to film a video, and my video is unpacking and showing the things that I brought to Japan on my 2-week Japan trip, and things that I brought back from Japan. And I want to do that while I'm unpacking. I think it'll be fun and functional and good and nice and wonderful. Yes, I actually do. I'm really excited. I have some really fun things to show you, and I can't wait. But I want to do my makeup first. So there's a few things that I would love to use in this makeup that I got in Japan, but they're in sealed tax-free bags, which we're going to talk about in that video or later or something. I don't know. But now our skin is so smooth, so smooth. What I've been doing recently for my foundation, because that is where I'm stopping in terms of the setup for my face. I can feel that my skin is happy, and that is most important. I listen to my skin. I'm very intuitive. What my skin could need more of right now. Like, I just exfoliated recently. Maybe like a more consistent eating schedule. And that's pretty much all that my skin could improve from where it is right now. Can you see me? Oh, this is difficult. There's so much stuff in here. Where is my foundation brush? This is like the most important thing ever. Are you joking? I have so few things. Oh, it's literally in my lap. This foundation brush is seen better days. Look at the handle. I'm blocking you from seeing this stained head, but it's this brand. Can you see that? And then refocus on me. Okay. It's SK. I don't know if Target is the only place that you can get this, but back over 3.5 years ago, when I used to buy from Target, I bought a number of these. They are my favorite brush. If I can get Target to provide me with them for free, then I will continue to acquire this brush. Otherwise, I will do some research, try out a few new ones. It's very dense, it's very flat, it's very soft. It doesn't like soak up the product. Okay, what I've been doing for my foundation, the Infallible Pro Matte in my color is, well, it's seasonal. There's 2 colors. You know, I might not be able to see. Oh, it's right there. Shell beige. And shell beige, it's March, so I'm about as pale as I get. It's actually in the last 2 weeks gotten so much worse. I don't know if it's because I was using witch hazel toner for the first time in a while. Maybe my skin evened out a little bit, and now even though it's obviously not very even, but way more even than it's been in the past. This is too dark for me, but like barely. I mean, if I wore it, it would just look like I'm a little bronzed. But I like to have a really neutral base, so I'm gonna pump a dime size amount onto my knee. And then I have the Sunset Cosmetics, Sunset Makeup Cosmetics White Foundation, which is one of my key things that I use. Just pump some of that nearby, maybe like a little pea size amount. And I'm gonna use my finger to kind of mix a little bit of it, kind of like when you're painting, until I have a color that is, I wish I could show you the original color. We got 3 colors here, ladies and somebody said a really good like ladies and gentlemen alternative once, and I need to remember that. Okay, so we have the original color, which you can't really tell, the mixed color, and the white foundation. I'm gonna wipe off the 2 that I didn't mix, and I'm gonna grab my little compact. I really like, now I don't know if I really like doing my makeup with a compact, but it's what I do. And at some point it was probably because I couldn't stand in front of a mirror. It hurts my back too much. I would be in a weird position and I'd be just spasming in my back afterwards, but this works really well. And I'm just gonna kind of go through the areas. I've been doing this just for a few weeks, so I can't say it's the best, but I'm just going through a few areas where I have a little bit of discoloration or spots, and I'm pushing it into my skin. So like if I start over here, if I do that, it's not in my skin, it's just kind of sitting on top. I'm gonna push it into my skin. Push, 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 push. It's even harder when I get around my nose, because I like to do that with my nose. One of the products that I got in Japan, I don't know if it's gonna malfunction with my makeup or cause separation or anything like that, because I haven't tried it yet, but is a pore smoother. And I'm really hoping that it doesn't cause an issue with my skin barrier. There we go. Huh. I really hope that what it does is it like seals off my pores so that my makeup doesn't sink into my pores and allows my skin barrier to be healthy. but I've never used this product before, and it definitely seems kind of against the natural system of my skin. So I don't know for sure. But at my nose, it really tries to, well, sometimes it like expresses my, that's gross. Oh, we were gonna take deep breaths together earlier, and then I forgot about my mic or something. Let's do that for a second. We're gonna practice breathing in through our nose and then letting the air really fall out of our mouth. And we're working on breathing right above our stomach, so right under our chest, right above your tummy. You're gonna put your hand and we're gonna go. Just relax for a second. I don't know if you could hear those sounds from my nose, but please ignore those. Now, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna. So we breathe in through our stomach and then let our shoulders drop. And then we're just gonna do some long inhales, long exhales. And now our system is more regulated than it was before. We're more in tune with our body. A lot of processes to regulate are beginning to work better and happen more. Great. Sorry, my voice cracked. Okay, I'm pretty much done here. I'm just gonna use the excess to kind of even out here. I really don't like to put very much product around my eyes that is creamy. I think it causes a lot of creasing and like buildup and stuff that makes my eyes uncomfortable. And sometimes it doesn't look that good after a few moments, so that's that. Now I'm gonna take my handy dandy brush that you're not allowed to look at too closely, and I'm gonna dab it and then the remaining of my mixture, or put more down if I didn't have enough. And I'm just kind of gonna go around my face. There's barely anything on this brush, to be honest. There's enough that it's not gonna just pick up the stuff I just pushed into my skin and drag it around, because I do want that stuff blended, and I don't want a bunch of makeup sitting on my face in certain areas. Ow. I'm kind of pushing it and dabbing it in versus dragging it across my skin. Just what's been working well. I'm always adjusting to my skin, and I want to make sure that there's a nice foundation for my makeup to stick to, because the rest of my products are pretty much powder, aside from the ones I just showed you that I will use a little bit more of. Now I'm gonna grab just a tiny bit more and go right under my chin, because this is an area that I put powder product later, and I don't want it to react completely differently with my skin than the rest of my face. Look at that neck. Sexy. Sexy. Okay. Now we have a base. Wonderful. Sometimes I will do, I don't do like contour in the same way. I just do a little bit of contour. But one of the things I do is I grab this little round brush, and it's pretty dense, and I dab it in my white foundation, and then I'm gonna do, this is where I start to look a little crazy for the rest of the video, but I'm gonna dab it in a few places or going, or like sometimes I don't dab it, but it depends on, I don't know how much makeup I want to sit there and how it's grabbing into my skin. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go here. Okay, these are highlighted areas of my face. Do you see this line right here? We're gonna go, wow, that was too much. Line, it's right here. One thing that I've been doing with my makeup recently that is a pretty new practice is I realized that my face is not very flat. A lot of my face exists behind my eye. Do you see that? A lot of people have flat faces. A lot of my friends have flat faces. A lot of my friends are Asian. A lot of people that I do makeup with have flatter faces than me. And I've realized that when I do my makeup like that, it does something to the shape of my face that I'm not a fan of. Now, this is a bit too much, but it's okay. I'm just gonna dab it out. Now, I don't need to blend completely right now, but, well, maybe I do. I don't know. But I have been trying to make up the side of my face. Look at this. This is just, it's like a dimple. I have them both sides of my face. Why don't I have dimples? God, it's so obvious. That's so funny. I don't have dimples like here. Just way over here. I want dimples right here. Okay. I'm not done. A little more dabbing in here. We're gonna go above the eyebrow. Open up the eye, corner of the eye. This is gonna be a very quick, this is not a tutorial. I'm just doing my makeup in front of a camera. But I love talking about it. Think about it the whole time. Okay, we've opened up our eye, especially right here. And this is a very thin base. I can't feel what's on my face. That's pretty important to me. So I'm not piling stuff on under the eyebrow, brow. I have stopped highlighting the outer portion of my eyebrow. I used to bring it out here, which just seems counterintuitive to the whole like lengthening back through the face, but it's been working really well. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. Opening, corner of the eye. Okay. Now I'm almost completely done. The last thing, sometimes I find that my makeup, a little bit of the one contour that I do, well, maybe like 1.5. This area of my face gets a little bit dark sometimes. I don't really want my contour to go below this area right here, although it of course falls into this little dimple. But I like to have a nice section of my jaw right here, this area. And this is not how I usually apply this. I'm just like drawing on my face, this area. So sometimes I will put a little bit of this white foundation while I'm doing this highlighting process down here. And it just kind of helps those separate and not over blend, and you'll see later. We're just gonna blend that out. Okay. Wow, we don't look that crazy. I'm gonna leave this on my nose, maybe a little tap. Try to keep things as organized as I can so that I know where things are and I don't struggle so much. Although I know that I'm done with this product, so I can put that in the done pile. At some point I curl my eyelashes. I did have an incident really, I over curled my eyelashes and I was like, wow, this really isn't working. So I'm learning. Curling my eyelashes is something I never thought that I would know how to do or that would be part of my process, but it actually makes a huge difference with how my false lashes sit on me, with my mascara, or how my mascara sits on my eyelashes, how my eyelashes look with mascara on them when I don't put any falsies on, and even how my eyelashes kind of maybe look when I'm not wearing any mascara. But obviously my features are as blonde as they get. Like, my hair is red. My eyebrows, the only reason you can see them is because the shadow that the hairs create. My eyelashes are not there. They're very long. My eyelashes are very long. Look at that. They're touching my fingers. But you can't see them. I feel like a mime when I'm like, look at my eyebrows, look at my eyelashes, look at my little mustache. You can't see any of them. We got this setting spray that I got as a Christmas present from my friend. It's Marshmallow. It's the brand I usually use, I believe. But it's Marshmallow. It's one of the two that I usually use. I've got this little, we're just showing you random things that's unnecessary. What I need right now is this. This is my contour. Oh no. We're back. Our lighting turned off. Whoop. We're back. The lighting turned off. It's on a timer. The mirror with the lights that I'm using right now. It's on a timer. We have this brush and we're gonna use it to do our contour. This, oh my gosh, oh good. Okay, this like GG, it's like a almost such a neutral tone. It's not warm. It's kind of like dusty. I don't know. I really don't know. But you need this. This I can put on my face and I can shape my face and it looks like shadows. It's not totally the best product to use on its own to do your face contour, but your nose contour and like in combination. So we're gonna try to move my hair out of my face a little bit. And I'm gonna try to go from here all the way back here. This is half of my face. It's over here. Can't see it when you're looking at me, but it's over here to about there. And then I look at myself from the front and I'm like, or should this continue? If I bring it down too far, sometimes it looks funny. It just looks like there's makeup in the middle of my cheek. But just like that. Another little and then make a doo-doo-doo on the outside. I think the reason that I figured out that my face is more on the sides than it is on the front, my head, I don't know, the area that I do my makeup, is I was looking here and I was like, okay, if I want more makeup right here, where does that sit? And I was looking, I was like, oh, that's so far back. And usually I'd sit here and I'd go like, it's right here. But it's not, it's right here. And then later I might darken that up. But next is our chin. This is hard for me. I really want to accentuate this shape of my jaw. But it's very hard for me to do that and not cut off this part. But I do realize that when I don't blend it right here at the back of my jaw, it looks real weird. So we do that. It also helps with lighting, because if you know anything about film, you know that for ages makeup has been put on people in front of cameras because of the lighting washing out their skin and their features. So I'm on a camera and I take pictures and I like to look at those pictures and be like, wow, cute. And I also am pale and I like to be outside. And so my features get washed out a little bit sometimes. So just putting this like dusting or this natural shadow sits on my face. Look at that neck. Oh, beautiful. It helps. Beautiful. Wow. She's gorgeous. Okay. I'm done with that. Now, sometimes I do my eyebrows. Sometimes I might like take this and go under that area to try to clean up, make sure that jaw isn't shaded. I want this part of my jaw to still exist. if I accidentally brought my bronzer too low and then this too high, it just disappears. And suddenly I'm like, it's just not what I'm looking for. Let's go ahead and do my eyebrows because I don't know what to do next. I'm using this product. I'm probably gonna, I don't know. It might be the best eyebrow product that I've ever used. And I might try to see where I can purchase it, but I did buy it on Amazon originally, and I do not purchase from Amazon anymore. Or any products produced by them or whatever, large corporations. So I might be looking for a new brow product, and right now this thing is almost empty. I will say that there was probably another 4 months of, maybe more, 6 months, 7 months of product at the very bottom of this that I could not get to, no matter how hard I tried. And so I stuck a little thing in there and scooped it around and squished it around so that it was actually in the accessible area of the thing. And now I try to get any product on it. Compact mirror that is also my bronzer, and I comb this through my brows, and I try really hard to not put it all over my skin. I am due to wax my eyebrows. I always wax my eyebrows. I do like here, whoa, sometimes I do it in sections, and then I do here, and then the whole outside here, because this is like when people shave off the end of their eyebrow, that's this, but this area of my eyebrow is always, it comes down to like here, these little random hairs, and they're very curly, and they don't work with the look. And I don't like shaving my skin. It grows out immediately prickly, and I think it grows out thicker. So the only time I use a face shaver is when I'm trying to do a really cute bikini design. That is a hack, but I don't want to use it on my face. I'll use it on somebody else's face if they want me to. I like doing people's makeup. I can do somebody's makeup pretty fast. The other day I was going out to the club with a couple of friends of mine. One of them, I think it was like the second time she had ever been to a club. She's like 26. She came from a cult, but she's like real queer and real cool and such a nice, genuine person. And I'm the oldest of like 10 to 12 siblings. We were going out, and she hasn't learned how to do her makeup yet. And she like showed up just in time for us to leave, and I was like, "You want me to do your makeup?" She was like, "I mean, if we can." She has the most beautiful features, and I love doing makeup on different people. It's just like, especially in the beginning of learning how to do makeup, it's pretty hard to like jump into like the colored eyeshadow and the eyeliner, like the winged eyeliner, and maybe like the lipstick, doing the eyes and lips without them looking crazy. And so just being like, look, if we just kind of like do what your face is already doing, look how fun that is. Beautiful. And it's just like, wow, I love that. Now I have done this. So sometimes I add a little more shape in. I have this guy that I think I acquired from Sephora, I'm not really sure. It has this little brown, very thin, very thin little guy that is the same color as my eyebrows. Now, I have realized that no matter what I do, no matter what makeup I'm wearing, when I put this, I use it to make these really pointy little tails on my eyebrows. It's amazing. But somehow it turns gray / almost black throughout the day, and then it looks completely different because my eyebrows, they're not either of those colors. They're red, orange, brownish, but not gray. So the other end of this, it's double-ended, is this little eyebrow pencil. And it's an oil-based product rather than whatever this one is. It's like an ink. And it works fine. It just doesn't have the same precision. And I just do whatever I want. Whatever feels right. Now I got 2 eyebrows. And I think they're the same. Yes. Look at that. And I would use this to, I mean, there's like a little line in my eyebrow right now. I'm not sure what that's about. I can fill it in. I love when my little eyebrow hairs are sticking up, so I always, you know, I've been doing recently. I could have totally done this beforehand. I'm not 100% sure it's doing much yet. Is I take my setting spray, I take a little spoolie, which I really want some disposable spoolies. Of course, I hate disposable anything because it's like, why can't I just use this a couple times and wash it? But I go through my eyebrows before I put makeup on my eyebrows, and I try to get them to stick up a little bit more. It's like hairspray for your eyebrows. And honestly, that's not what this formula is at all. So, because this formula is a setting spray, what it does, as far as I can tell, goes on your skin wet, and it dries into a very thin sheen of setting powder. And I acquired and adopted the use of setting powder with the use of setting powder, setting spray, setting powder, setting spray. Oh my gosh, come on, brain. Eyelash curling and maybe like falsies, all around a similar time of my makeup journey. And the setting powder is the one thing that I still have not fully adopted. I use it in very gently in this area and on my forehead a little bit, and it still sucks the moisture out of my skin like nobody's business. It just turns my skin into a desert for weeks after one application, because that's what it's for. It's supposed to absorb oil, but somehow it absorbs oil from deeper than the surface of my skin, and it feels like a desert. I hate that. One of the things I do at some point while I'm doing my makeup is also take the Burt's Bees. Burt's Bees got bad out. Really sad about that, but you know, they had a long run. They were a family-owned company for a very long time. I think I did meet the family of Burt's Bees when I was a child. My mom was very involved in like natural companies that were using natural resources, bees, and trying to distribute it to the community, owning local grocery stores and home delivery services, farm to table type stuff. My mom is literally brilliant. Obviously, look at me. Hello. She also has fiery red hair at like 70 years old. My mom's way more athletic than me. She can run 10 miles without getting winded. Anyways, love my mom. Moving on. I just did, what did I do? I finished with this. I will probably not use this again, so I'm gonna put it in my little done with pile. My lips are now moisturizing because it's winter. I have right here, it's been getting dry. I've been smiling, it's been cracking. That never happens to me. So I'm on it because I'm smiling a lot. I smile as much as possible all the time. What do I do now? What should I do now? Should I do my nose contour? Or should I do my eyes? What's my goal with this? I've been using my friend's brown and black makeup palette since I did not bring mine accidentally. We've got our dark spoolie-ended little eyeliner brush that I use for when like putting makeup right here. And then we've got our nose, little tiny nose flat contour thingy. Got this random round little fluffy brush. I use this sometimes for different things. Sometimes I don't use it at all. Actually, I almost barely use it. We're just looking for things that'll do. I'm looking for something that's similar to my, oh, it fell out of the bag. Oh, that's not it. That's the right one. Where are you? Oh my gosh. Do I not have it? Oh, it's right here. This, it's like a flat, it's flat, a little fluffy, a little dense. It's a really good eyeshadow brush. It like goes into the creases without also closing up your eye. So I'm gonna take some brown color that's a natural tone with my skin. I'm gonna stay away from this area of my eye. Very much closes my eye. And I'm not really putting it on my lid. I'm trying to create this round, naturally round shape so that it's all very natural with my eyes. Try not to close off the distance between my eyebrow and my makeup here. My eye makeup, I need a space there so I can highlight it. And I might take it under my eye a little bit. Maybe even completely. Look at that. I know you're like, how does she even do that? I don't know, man. Just been doing it for a minute. Okay, we're gonna try to do the same thing on this side. Stay away from the center of the eye. Stay away from the center of the eye. Make it round. Make it bigger than your eyeball. Bigger than your eyeball. Make that bigger than your eyeball. And maybe bring it into your eye. Usually I do this, I'm not usually, I do this often, but just like this. But a lot of times I will do the bottom of my eye separate. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's just as dark on this side, but it might just be the lighting. I might be adding way too much makeup to this side. Beautiful. Beautiful. A round shape right here too. It's hard to do because my cheekbone wants to make it look a different shape. Round, round, round. Okay. That's pretty good. I don't know exactly what I'm going for, but I don't think that I'm doing... well, this is my color palette. This is also an Amazon thing, I think. And I'm definitely going to go with a different color palette when this is out. I think it's the second one I've ever had. It's a rough situation, but you can definitely tell my favorite colors. This was purple, it's gone. This was dark blue, which is gone, which I think maybe some of it fell out. This light blue, one of my favorites. The pink is one of the most used colors. This, but like purplish magenta color, red, green, and yellow are very lightly used. Somehow orange is a little more used. I can't believe I showed you that makeup palette for that long. It's crazy. It's a crazy situation. I do wipe it off sometimes. I go and I like try to detail my makeup, clean it with a little wipe. But I am an artist, and this is what a palette looks like in my life. So we love color. One thing I thought about doing is taking pink and going here with it. Pink. Wow. She's so cute. All of these colors I usually blend with, you see how much that closed my eye though? I think it'll be okay. Wiping it on my leg, wiping it on my leg. Taking my little thing that I use to clean my face, wiping off my leg, wiping off my leg. Oh my god. I have little polka dots on my leg because of all the makeup. I usually use all the colors in this palette with, I wasn't gonna do this time, but just for demonstration, this highlighter palette. It might be a Too Faced dupe. It's in the cutest packaging ever, but literally falling apart. This is all the blue makeup that I usually blend from this palette with this to lighten it up, and then you just put it on top of the color and it refracts more light in the color, which causes it to be brighter and therefore more pastel and doesn't get muddy and so on. I didn't do that particularly well. I think there was too much makeup on my brush, but it's still very light and cute. I think I might, this is recently, a little change up. I've been doing my mascara sometimes before my eyeliner, and I think I'm gonna do that. I really love this mascara. Bad Gal Bang by Benefit Waterproof. It's in this purple and green glitter, like shiny holographic type. I can't remember the name of this color. Bottle, this like studded lid. It's medium sized, a point on the end. One of the best formulas I've ever used. You do have to really mix it up though, because if it's a little dry, it won't go on your, it'll clump on your eyelashes, especially if you have any makeup on your eyelashes. Okay, we have mascara. We have a compact, and we're gonna put it on our eyes. Now, usually I do my mascara and I stay away from the inner corner. Sometimes I'll do, it's getting on my lid a little bit. Sometimes I'll do the whole eyelashes just to be like, wow, look how many eyelashes I have. I just try to clump right there. Not the best application. You see what's going on? Break it up, guys. Break it up. Break it up. Break it up. You see how much makeup's on my lid? I've been told many times in my life that trying to remove it right after instead of waiting until it dries is the worst thing ever that you can do, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put makeup over that, so I just need it to not be sticky and clumpy and a texture on my eyelid that I don't like. I think I'm better left-handed with this, which is weird. But it just might be my eyelashes too, I don't know. I do usually do my bottom lashes after I finish my eyeshadow, and I sometimes will tweak it or continue with it after I get my other eye makeup done. So look at those eyelashes. Who is she? That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Keep this in our will be used again, which is below our won't be used again. Okay, we have a Studio Tattoo. This one is specifically Maybelline New York Ink Pen Crayon A Incre. Is that French? It is okay. The complaint I have with it, I can feel this a little bit at the corner of my eye. Makes my eyes water. Hate that. Actually ruins my makeup a lot of times. It's a very simple little thing, and I hope it's horrible. It's not black enough. It goes on and it looks like it's pitch black, and then it dries a little bit and you realize that it's you have to layer it, and then the layering gets kind of weird. So I just started using it. I think I've used it in the past. It's pretty great. It has a very thin little, I think it's felt. Let's see. I actually can't tell, but it's very thin. Situation. I am going to use it. I did buy so many eyeliners while I was in Japan, probably like 4 or 5, a good stockpile, and I do love a lot of those formulas. A couple of them are new ones that I really want to try. A couple of them are ones that were highly suggested that I have used of my friends before, but we'll go through that when I unpack my stuff. So now eyeliner, one of my favorite topics ever. So let's talk about it. Recently, I've been doing this really fun thing where instead of going up from my eye, I take and I follow this natural curve of my lid out, and then I go up. And then the hard part is I haven't quite figured out how to attach that to my eye consistently where it looks right. I usually like it to look more square, like a point, like a little stud coming off my eye. And then I start either in the middle of my eye or just past where my pupil is, if my eye is centered. And I will try to create this semi-thin line, and then we're gonna connect these, make sure they flow into each other. I have to repigment this a little bit, and then once it's a little dry, I look at my eye and I want it to, this is apparently something Marilyn Monroe did, but the eyeliner above your pupil is round and a little bit thick, and it lifts your pupil. And that one is literally perfect. So let's try to do it again. Pretty close. Pretty close. A little longer. They're a little bit different. This one's a little sharper. This one's a little rounder. But I think they're pretty cute together, so I don't know what's going on here, but it's not getting better, so we're gonna stop. Or I can restart, but I'm not gonna do that because it looks freaking cute. Now we can see that my upper part of my eyes have a lot of makeup on them, and the lower part look kind of bare, and sometimes that's really cute on me. We're gonna take our little dark spoolie brush. Dark as in I use dark makeup with it. We're gonna either go in with the brown again or a brown lip pencil and make it a little red. Very cute, very like, oh, maybe I've been crying, I don't know, but I'm freaking sweet. I'm doing brown for now. I do usually do the pencil before I put eyeliner on so I can smudge it really well. Okay. You see the difference? It's a little more connected. Sometimes I will take this all the way up the bottom of the wing to kind of make it look even more cohesive. But it does change the shape of the wing a little bit, so you gotta keep that in mind, especially if you do it with black. Okay. And I'm gonna take a little bit of black and close off this space right here. It did come out a little bit. Ooh, right there too much. That's okay. And this side, close this little gap right here. Just, I don't like to have eyeliner there because even if it's a really nice eyeliner that I really, really like, this is a pretty nice eyeliner, but it will cause irritation at the corner of my eye. So we do powder instead. Powder instead. I think we're good. Cute. Ah, our lights again. Is this really the color of my room? No, it's not. My room right now is blue and pink, not orange. I wish I could reach that, but I can't. We're gonna go right. Up we go. Up we go. What? What? All is well. All is well in the world of me. My legs are getting a little ouchy, but it would be much worse if my back was spasming. So now we're gonna do my nose. I have to find my little nose contour. This might be it. I definitely have like a slightly bigger one, but maybe I left that behind in my makeup storage here at home. I'm gonna make sure I get this white little part in the middle of my nose. Take this very dense little fine brush. We're gonna make a little line of white in the middle by contouring the sides. I only contour this part of my nose because this part of my nose I like to try to blend into my face, so it makes a button shape. And then once I get those lines, I'm gonna blend the edges of them out and down around my nose. All right, all right. Ready? Yeah. And then underneath, because our bottom of our nose is turned up. It's not actually, but that's what we want it to look like. And then lastly, one thing I've been adding recently that I learned from somebody on the internet, right under here, we want a little shadow here. I don't know why, but it's cute. Okay, and then we'll just blend it a little bit. I don't really want to blend it all that much. I think it's adorable. It does look a little harsh when we're in this lighting, but this is not typical, so it's all good. Okay, and then I take my brown that I use for my nose. It's a darker brown. I go, because this area is the darkest. It's definitely supposed to be darker than the little sides of my nose because that's just from the sun. It's from the sun. Wow. Okay. That's almost done, except I'm gonna grab that little lip pencil I was talking about. This is one of my favorite lip pencils in the entire world. This specific color, it's the NYX Suede Matte Lip Lighter in color Cold Brew. I've been using this for so long. It's very natural. Even with my very pale skin, I like to have this little crease right here because my nose crinkles right here just naturally. I'm just gonna blend it. This usually doesn't go all that well, but that went pretty well. Okay. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, I might put some here just because I want to. Don't judge me. And I would totally put this on my lips, but my lips are not done yet. So we're gonna finish up my nose with our light spoolie eyeliner brush and one of my new favorite products. I did get this, I think, on TikTok shop, so I'm not sure about the company, but it's Sea Pearl by Fluorite. Flort, I don't know. It's this, and it's this matte. I don't know what's in the middle there. Ugh. This matte. It's completely matte, just very light color. We always like a white eyeshadow, right, for this kind of thing, and this one is the best product I've ever used for this. Even better than a white. It's not white, obviously. It's like the lightest pink ever, but it works better with my skin tone. And I just lighten that up a little bit. It's not perfect, everybody. And this is also what I use here once I'm ready to really sharpen up all of the things. I don't use it currently. I haven't been using it on the outer portion of my brow. I let that be. And I'm gonna use this one more time later. I think that our nose is pretty much done. After the nose, I usually would do freckles. Oh, I forgot blush. I've been looking, I use this contour brush as my blush brush, which causes one issue. Can you guess what it is? I contour the middle of my cheeks where it's totally not supposed to be contoured. So I try to like remove all of the excess powder. Luckily, a lot of my products, I use exactly the amount that I put on the brush for my face because I've been doing this for a long time. So my leg, we're gonna take this little wipe, and wipe off all the makeup that stuck to our leg, and it's just about that much. Ouch. Got spikes on my nails right now. Do you see this? Literal spikes. They're so sharp. Take a brush. This is the Fit Me Maybelline blush. I don't know, guys. I really don't. Focus back on my face. Focus back on me. It doesn't come out of the palette very well. You have to really get this on this brush. And when you really think you got it on the brush, you put it in your face, it barely does anything. Really putting it on there. Wow. Okay. Honestly, I don't know if that did anything good to the situation, but it's cute. And then this will just be a little blushy later, and that's fine. Okay. Lastly, I don't have any more white left. There might be enough on this brush, but I usually just go clean up my little nozzle right here. And then I go corner of my eye. We're gonna go open that bitch up. Open that bitch up. Excuse me, made a funny noise. Gastrointestinal sounds coming out of my mouth. Must be digesting. Okay, obviously that's like, wow. There's one more thing that I need to do, remember to do now. I don't have a good color for this right now. So I'm gonna try to combine this with all the other brown things. I want to do it, I don't know what it's called, the Eglos, whatever. It's gonna be way down here. The product I've been using from the like eyeshadow color from my friend's palette has been a miracle. So I know this isn't gonna look like anything to me, but put it here. It's not doing anything. That's okay. That's okay. It's in our imagination and it's good enough. I have a feeling this light's gonna turn off soon. I don't know why I grabbed this brush. Okay, what were we doing? I was like, oh, right. back to this one, little round white one, back to our Too Faced possible dupe. I'm gonna go in the area that doesn't have the blue. This is the best, like almost white highlighter I have ever had. And we can put it here a little bit if we want to, but that already has the matte on it. But I'm gonna put it here. And really, that'll just create such a beautiful, shiny, it'll bring, again, like I was talking about with the colors and the light, it'll bring so much more light, literal light, because of the little glitter in this highlighter. It's not actually glitter, it's like sheen. And then above the lip, and I used to use this over here, but now I have this matte color that I like a little bit more. And once I finish that part in the corner of my eye, I come in again sometimes later with this a little bit more, and I go right here, right here. And if I had the right glue sort of stuff, I would do a line right here. I think I'm just gonna do it anyways. Because my eyes, they're so puffy and cute, you guys. Okay, I think we are complete with this one. And possibly this little light eyeliner spoolie brush, and possibly this Too Faced dupe. And we're gonna do my freckles and then my lips and then a setting spray, and I think we're done. Freckles, this is an interesting process, but I use this, I think it's a concealer, yeah, LA Pro Girl concealer, in the color Toast. I got this at a clearance at a store at Fred Meyer that I do not shop at Fred Meyer anymore. Sometimes you'll see me there. I do not buy things from Fred Meyer. Oh, I just put this on the back of here. It's totally not what I usually do. I usually put it on the back of this, as you can see. I'm actually gonna do that because I have no idea how it's gonna come off of here. But I just, oh, okay, that was a little bit too much. We got a little too excited. Wipe that up. Put it back. It's gonna be a mess, but put it back in here. I'm gonna wipe this off with my little guy. Found him. Sorry about that, GG. Not GG as in good game, but GG as in this. GI. Like we were talking about earlier with the sounds that came out of my mouth. GI. And then I take some types of tweezers work for this, some types of tweezers don't. It's literally per tweezer. It's not like the type. It's just like, I don't know. Take these tweezers. These ones are really pointy, a little, these ones, and they're pink, cute. And I go, oh, by the way, this is what I did. Put it here. It's a little bit, and then I go, la, 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 la. And then I take this. Okay. And now we're gonna, recently, usually I would put them down here. Recently I've been putting them up here, and especially like on the top, which I would never do down here, because it would ruin this like center of my nose. But this has been really making this area of my face flat. Doing it again. And that's what I want. We talked about the flatness of that area of my nose earlier. And you're like, whoa, what are all these marks all over your face? Give me a second. Okay. And then, very carefully, I'm gonna take this, put some dots over here. It sticks to my hand, so. Too much product on my hand, so I just wiped it off. If I was, the little area where they doubled up, it's not gonna work. Too much product on my fingers. We're just trying to like move all these spots around without overlapping them too much, because then they turn into weird shapes. They look more like blotches and like dirtiness. Every time I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Okay, we're almost done. Oh, wow. We dab these out until they are no longer so dark. Sometimes, like right now, it's pretty much the only time I can really dab these out. But sometimes I'll get in my car and like daylight, I'll be like, that it definitely looks like I have crazy makeup on my face, which is like hard to deal with. It just happens sometimes. It's all good. Now I'm gonna take my, we're gonna move on to my lips. We're gonna take this. We're gonna go, now there's a couple things I can do. It's just like line my lips, or, and now this isn't overlining. This is a little bit different. We're gonna leave the brightness right here and we're gonna go above it. Like that. And we'll blend that in a second. Now we're gonna go under here. And now we're done. I'm just joking. Okay, wait a second. I'm not flipping it off. I'm just using these lenses. Okay. Bottom lip done. This is tricky. I don't usually use my nail to do this. I'm just curious. I gotta blend it without removing this natural highlighter and without fucking up the highlighter that's already up there. We got this. Now we're dabbing off the excess makeup. Whose lips are that big? Whose lips? My lips, bitch. My lips. And then sometimes I'd put a little in the center, but I'm not gonna do that. I do have this new lip gloss that I do like. We'll see how long I use it. Lip glosses are not a thing that stays in my makeup regime. Makeup regime. I don't know if I've forgotten anything, but we're gonna move on to setting spray. Setting spray hack. This one's marshmallow scented. Clean your nozzle, shake it, and let it land on your face. Okay, it's going up. Don't spray it at your face, it's unnecessary, unless you're trying to maybe get it at your eyes. One of the things I try to do is I have this natural crease in my forehead right there, so I try to like make sure there's not too much makeup sitting there, creating a heavier crease, and that is my makeup. And we're done. And I know that it doesn't look the best, and we have this like shadow in the middle of my face, but it looks perfect actually, in person especially. Where did my little lid go? And we're done. You want to see the makeup things that we didn't use? Because we used most of it. Okay, I brought this black lip stain, liquid lipstick type thing, just in case I went to Japan, obviously, just in case I wanted to do a black lip. I didn't, but I totally thought about it, because a black lip in Japan, didn't see one, not one. And I saw a lot of people. We have the Duo, which I got a version of in Tokyo, I think, somewhere in Tokyo. It's the clear. This is my favorite falsies false eyelash glue ever. We have a mascara, which is one of the ones that I got in Tokyo and was using in Tokyo, so it's not packed away. We have a random little packet of first aid antibiotic. I don't know why I put that in there. This is gorgeous. This is a highlighter you literally can't even tell, but this is like the moon one. We're just gonna. It has the craziest sheen you can put over makeup. It's like, especially over blue, which is one of my favorite colors, which is why I bought it. Incredible. This, I don't know if this is mine. It's this was acquired in Japan. It's still in the packaging. It's silver. It may or may not be mine. I have to check with my friend. That's it. Those are the only things that are in this that I didn't use. This one brush. And the things that I did use, obviously. All these brushes. These are all the brushes. These are all my powders, along with, pretty much didn't use the color one. These are all my powders. Foundation, setting spray, white foundation, my concealer that is my freckle stuff. Now the sticks, we have this eyebrow type pencil. We have our eyeliner. We have, oh, that's the one that we didn't use. Mascara, lip liner, eyebrow product, our lip gloss, our fucked up chapstick, our very dirty now because of the product, tweezers, and then our eyelash curler. That's it. And also, because I have these, but I'm not putting these on right now, we're gonna clean this off with our little handy dandy random wipe. And this is going back in the bag. I'm putting this back in the bag. And I think I got my palette. That's it. That's everything. We're throwing this away. And these are probably gonna go back in my purse. That literally went behind my bed. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, my little rambling. And now I'm ready to lay down and zone out for about 20 minutes before I film this next video. We gotta do a lot of unpacking. I have no idea what time it is, but I think it's about 6 or 6:30 at this point. So we've gotten a lot done. Might be able to sleep later. Yay! Thank you for joining Riley on the spot with a cute dog and cute makeup, here to provide you some connection and joy and some titties. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I gotta go. Peace out, homies.